Hey guys, welcome to the Double G Show. This is our first ever podcast. Today we're just going to be talking about our past relationships and hoping it goes right, I guess. If y'all would like the video, subscribe, help us grow our channel out, that'd be great. Share the video with friends. We're going to be posting every Sunday, so stay tuned for that. And I'm going to let Wesley take it away.
Um, I am Wesley. Um, the channel this is on is a channel that is being repurposed, so do not judge on the past videos.
Yes, don't judge. Yes.
Yeah, don't even go look at them.
Yeah, they're very corny and cringy.
They're corny. I was young. Leave me alone. Um,
All right. So,
like I said, my name is Wesley.
and I'm Ben, and this is our first episode of the Double G Show.
I should probably turn off SpongeBob in the background. That would probably be a really smart idea.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna let you start this one off because I
All
got a
right.
lot to say.
Some questions I have would be, let's just start off. Let's talk about our relationships, our past relationships, you know?
Where to start? Um, Now, I've been in two relationships,
I've been in one.
and both of them really sucked.
Honestly, mine wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna diss her because she was a pretty good person, to be honest.
Oh, I'm going to do
What's
a lot of dissing.
what
I'm
what
not going to mention names for legal purposes, but I am going to do a lot of dissing.
and me and my ex are still
They
good
know who
friends
they
to this
are,
day.
and they know who they are.
Yeah, for
Um,
you, they definitely know who they are. Look at
yeah,
John!
yeah, fucking,
Let's get into it. How did y'all meet?
so we met through friend groups crossing.
Right.
Um, it was, I think, a Friday night. Everyone was hanging out, two friend groups kind of came together, and this was my most recent. Um, we didn't really that night. I was like really drunk, so I don't remember interacting with her much. But later on, those groups kept hanging out, and I was just kind of there. And eventually, me and this girl started, talking or whatever. And then, shit happened,
Right.
and we started dating. So I'll take that as you will.
I mean, yo,
So
that's your cousin, you
sh-
know.
we got into the talking stage, and it lasted. Shit. Talking stage probably lasted about 2 or 3 weeks. And then we finally actually started dating. I know I said we started dating. We didn't really start dating until 2 or 3 weeks later after we were done getting to know each other and shit. And then after we started dating, I started noticing these little red flags that I didn't notice before. Um, this girl was very, like, if she didn't get her way, she'd throw temper tantrums. She would throw temper tantrums over, like, recreational sports. Like we'd be playing, say, pickleball, and she would throw a temper tantrum if she got scored on. So if things didn't go her way, she'd get really, really mad. And that kind of started taking a toll on me. But then there were issues with um, a couple of my friends who she was jealous of. And the jealousy, look, there's not a lot of things I complain about in a relationship, but if you're jealous over my friends or don't want to let me hang out with my friends, then maybe you're not the person for me. That's how I view it.
Right. And
So,
the fact that y'all
shit
dated for
eventually ended up
such
hitting
a
the fan.
the fact that y'all dated
And
for
what's that?
the fact that y'all dated for such a long time is what
6 months.
yeah,
Six
that's
months I
what
put
that's
myself through this.
and that's what really got me like that's what was like I mean, I thought this girl was the one for you. I didn't expect it to for as you say hit the fan like it
Yeah.
did.
So we broke up and then we talked about getting back together and then I just kind of made a decision that I didn't want to do it anymore because I really reflect. I was sitting there one night drinking a beer with a couple of friends and I was reflecting and everyone that I knew was telling me it wasn't the right choice, it wasn't the right choice, that I'd just deal with the same shit. And one night I was drinking a beer and decided it wasn't the right choice for me and I texted her the next day. I said I'm not sure there's anything worth fighting for at this point and I'm done. So that
Right.
was my most recent relationship. My last relationship, um, she was just, and I don't usually call women this, but she was a bitch. She really was. Um, she would throw the worst, like we would fight all the time and shit over the stupidest shit, and it wasn't good. So I decided it wasn't the best for me. So, um, yes, that's my lovely dating relation, my lovely dating past.
Yeah. Such a great story. So
I know,
inspiring
such a
to
wonderful
never
fucking
to
story.
never it's so inspiring to never date someone that looks like Megatron.
I know. If we got kids listening to this, we're gonna traumatize them.
Right.
They're never gonna want to date in their life after hearing my stories.
Um, so I'll tell you my story about my ex. It was back when I was in sixth grade. My very first girlfriend. Life was great for me then, you know? And this was during COVID, and that was the worst part about it. So I had had this birthday that came up, and I invited her to it, you know, like trying to be nice and
Hmm.
and it all was great. Everything was fun. We played games together. Had a couple of my other boys, which I will mention. I had Trey, and I'm not gonna mention the other one, but Trey, which is my best friend, and I know he's listening to this right now when this is being out. Um, he was there for this. It was pretty good. All around good party. We played games. We won a bunch of prizes. This was a Dave and Buster's. If y'all don't know what that is, it's like an arcade place. Um,
Like a Chuck E. Cheese type thing,
yeah, basically, it's like Chuck
but
E.
for,
Cheese for
but
like
for older
teenagers.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were playing, we were having a great time and stuff, you know, and
Mhm.
everything was well, you know. She met my parents. They had liked her at the time. Everything was great. After that party, you know, we dated. Um, we'd always talk all the time and stuff like that. Um, then like I would say maybe like 3 or 4 months after we had broke up. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember the reason because it was so long ago.
Uh huh.
But well, she was good to me. We're still good friends to this day. And you know, if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
shout out to you. You were great. Um, well, you know, it's just that's how life goes. It wasn't bad though. I have no complaints.
I have a lot of complaints. Some of them which I
Right.
cannot put into a YouTube video or a YouTube podcast,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna remain civil tonight and say things that are okay to say.
Now, I'll let you say the next question or bring up the next topic, you know? I'll let you bring that up.
Okay, well, while we're on the topic of relationships and your past relationship that you just described, why did you start dating her? Like, what did you see in her?
Well, I liked her, you know, and this is gonna sound crazy, but we had the same class and we were doing like online at the time because it was during like COVID and everything was locked down. You couldn't go to school, you couldn't go out, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
we just sitting on my bed one day. She had her camera. I was like, wow, she looks nice, you know. So I
Yeah.
had. Now this is crazy. I actually emailed her. I emailed her.
Huh.
I was like, "Oh, can I get your number? What's your snap? You know. And
Yeah.
we started talking after that. She was nice though,
Good.
and we had talked every day. Man, it was great. Um,
So, you just what exactly did you what did you see? Like, was it just kind of a thing that happened, or did you
it
like her
just
before this?
it just kind of happened. I mean, we were friends like a year before, kind of, but like we were
Hmm.
just like at school though. Like we never really had like had each other's like contact info, so we would just like see each other around school, you know.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, you know what? Why not? You know, she seems like a nice person.
So I'm gonna let you
And
go ahead and ask a question.
what you said? What?
I'm gonna go ahead and let you ask a question now.
Oh, what did you see in that one?
My most recent one, the first one was just
Uh,
kind of a, it was just kind of a whatever type of thing. It
yeah,
just kind of happened. But the second one, me and her really talked a lot, and I thought she was a really good person, a really nice person, and that's what kind of drew me to her. You don't find many people like that these days. Everyone's always got a problem, and it seemed like she never had a problem. So her personality just kind of got me, I guess.
yeah.
That all changed, obviously, but um,
Um, where did y'all go for your first date?
so we are both, or we were both broke college students at the time, so we never actually went. Our first date was probably like 2 or 3 months into dating. Our first actual like go into a restaurant, sit down and eat.
Right.
Um, but it was Olive Garden. I prefer not to think about that, but it was Olive Garden.
Well, feel like now that you,
Um,
I kind of want to know
their
like
chicken
what happened.
Alfredo, bro. I'm not even promoting them, but their chicken Alfredo was absolutely amazing.
Honestly, bro, Car Carbara, Carbara, Carbara's the Italian grill in Raleigh.
Uh,
I'm telling you,
Cabras, I think.
Carbara's, I think, yeah. Carrabba's,
Something like that.
Carrabba's. It's called Carrabba's. Carrabba's
Carrabba's. There we
Italian
go.
grill. They have really good food. They're a little pricey, but their food's pretty good. And this ain't no
I wanted
promotions
to.
either. So you want a promotion,
Yeah,
you gonna have to pay us.
yeah. I'm looking for that cash, TBH.
Right.
Um, yeah. So it was just kind of her personality that drew me, and then I kind of had to kick myself in the ass later for that.
Right. I'll let you go ahead and bring up the next topic if you're ready to move on to that.
Huh. What else is there? So you don't remember why you guys broke up?
Not really. To be honest, I think it was because I was always getting grounded and like I never had my phone.
Oh,
Because I'm gonna be honest, I used to be a little shit back in the day.
for real. So was
But I'm
I.
pretty sure that's why I got in trouble. And I think that's why we didn't.
That's another episode later on down the road telling childhood stories. That's
Oh my
telling some
gosh, we
crazy
got
ass stories.
so many of those. Y'all really have to
So
stay tuned.
much. I should tell them what's been going on in my life the past couple weeks. But that's a whole episode. That's like a two-part episode right there.
Right.
Um, and I've got to wait till that blows over and
Things settle with that,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot going on right now, but that's a topic for a different day.
You had mentioned
Um,
that you're actually never mind. Go ahead and give me a topic. I asked you already.
um, so now we're gonna think future-wise. What would you like? obviously, and I would like to say something after you say I'm gonna, give a little piece of my mind.
Give your 2 cents
What
here.
would you look for in a woman in the future?
Honestly, I'll be honest, this is a girl I like.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I know who you're talking about. Nobody else
I'm
does,
not.
but I know.
Nobody's saying names, but
No, we can't. I'm not saying names. I'm not saying names, but I know who you're talking
honestly,
about.
honestly, I like her. She's nice. She's a
Bro's
good
in love
person.
with her.
Bro, just chill, gang. Chill.
No, you in love with her for real. You
No, bro,
said it.
but chill. Just chill, just chill. But yeah, she's good. Um, what I be looking for in a girl
So,
first they gotta be a girl. Obviously.
okay, I would hope
Uh,
so.
second, they gotta have longer hair. I don't really like girls with like short hair. Um,
Okay.
gotta be pretty. You feel me?
Now,
Um,
I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you like a little sidebar question. What if they're not pretty, but they got the best personality you've ever seen in somebody? You've never seen a personality like this before.
I don't know, bro. Like, if the face card is too chopped, I can't be seen walking around with you, to be honest.
Okay. Now, I do want the viewers to keep in mind you are 16. I
Right,
am
I'm
21.
16. I'm 16. I'm 16. So my
Yes,
opinions
we
will
are
change
cousins.
as I get older.
We are
But
cousins.
they
Grew up
also gotta
together.
be, yeah, we did go together. But they also gotta be Lululemon warriors, bro. If you ain't wearing
See,
Lululemon, if you ain't, if you ain't, I don't even know, bro. But y'all gotta be wearing Lululemon out here for real.
real.
And you gotta have an iPhone
Um,
too, so we can FaceTime.
real. So I'm gonna give my little 2 cents in that. Um, and with me being older, or a little bit older, I'm not old. Um, not by far.
Come on, you know you at least
Excuse me.
35.
Yeah, no. Um, my beard makes me look like I'm 35. I ain't 35.
Right.
Um, just turned 21, and
Yeah.
ugh,
I just turned 16 about 2 months ago. But let me get
what I
your
would
2 cents
do,
in this,
what I would do to go back to being a kid would be, shit, I'd do anything to be a kid again.
Yeah, I'm low key trying to live it out, trying to
Yeah,
trying to
you
enjoy
you
every
better
last bit of it because I know I only got a couple years left, then life's gonna really
you
start
better
hitting me.
savor these days, and then once you turn 18, life slaps you in the face. It really
Uh,
does.
I know.
But back to our topic. My
Yeah,
two
well,
cents.
yeah,
Um, what I look for. I'm not so much look focused as you have seen. Um, I am more focused on personality because a person can look the best, but they've got the shittiest personality. And I've seen that before. I've seen it so many times. They look amazing, but they got the shittiest personality that I have ever seen.
right. But
Some people look shitty.
that's why I like this girl though because her personality is nice. She's sweet. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
she's not like she's not rude. You feel me? Like she's a nice person. You
yeah.
feel?
So now, what I look for in a girl is, um, you know, she's got to get along with her parents. If you don't get along with your parents, okay, I'm not only gonna not like you as a person regardless, like not as my friend or anything, and that's a big one. That's a big one
Right.
right there. Benjamin, you know.
Yeah.
You know
I
that
mean,
ties into what's happened lately. But we're gonna sweep that under the rug for a minute.
if I'm being
You gotta get
honest
along with
though,
your parents.
if I'm being honest though, for me, that's not really like a problem. Like, yeah, I mean, you and your parents might be in a beef, but that's not gonna like affect how I feel about you. It's just because that's not really my
Now,
business. Like, it's just like that's you and them. You feel?
yeah, but I've had a couple of former friends. Names we will not mention due to an ongoing situation. I am not trying to catch a lawsuit. They are beefing with parents, and they're straight up disrespectful, cuss at them. It's a very ugly situation, and they try and get me involved all the time. Now, if you're doing it on your own, okay, I should take back my earlier statement about getting along with the parents. Okay, I don't care if you got beef with your parents, but if you're blatantly disrespectful, like it's to a point with me. Like you can have beef with your parents, but it's to a point.
Right. You can't
But
be.
when you're blatantly disrespecting, like you're cussing at the people who raised you, that's a terrible look on you.
Right.
So, that's a big one for me, respecting
And
people.
and I get it. Sometimes like there's certain situations that people might not know,
Yeah,
you
there's certain
know. But like
situations that I would
and
just
that I
like,
would that is what I understand though. If it's like to a
yeah,
certain extent, like they're screwing you over about money or something like that, or
yeah,
like they're just like, you know what I mean? If they're just being like not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not fair, I guess. But I know life's not fair. But if they're just
yeah,
being like all out like rude, I guess that's when I see like, yeah, sometimes they could be better.
yeah, yeah. If
But
you're just
I
being
love
rude
my
to your
parents though.
parents for no reason, if you're being rude to your parents for no reason, that's wrong.
Yeah.
But I understand there's situations where I wouldn't say it's warranted or justified, but um, and me, it might be hard for me to understand because I got a very good relationship with my parents. Um, so might be a little bit harder for me to understand. So I'm going to stop speaking on it only because there's some aspects I may not get about it yet.
Right.
So let me finish my let me stop getting sidetracked. So I also look for a good personality. Now, that can mean a lot of things, but nice, not part of my language, but not a bitch to everybody.
Yeah.
So, I focus a lot on personality. I don't
Hmm.
focus so much on looks.
Hmm. My bad.
So throw another one at me.
Um, what's your snap score?
Less than 100,000. I don't know it exactly, but it's less than 100,000. I've had that account for shit 3 years now.
I had 150.
Now, do you think it always means a bad thing if a girl has a snap score over 500,000?
It depends on the person. And I'm gonna be honest, yeah, it depends on the person. Like if they're known for being like that, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Then yeah, it
like
does
that. Yeah,
matter.
I get it.
It matters to me. But if it's like you've had the app since like middle school, like, you know,
Yeah, that's understandable. But
that's
if
yeah.
you've had that account for only a couple of years and you're already at 500,000, that's crazy.
Right.
So, think back on your past relationship, and is there anything you would do differently about yourself?
Yeah. I would not get in trouble so much so I could actually talk to her.
It's real.
Then maybe it would have
Um,
lasted.
I know. There's a couple things. You know, when she would get snippy, I would get snippy back. So maybe work on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, the thought just crossed my mind, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that before I start saying things.
Right.
Again, we got to keep this kind of
We got to
YouTube
keep it
friendly.
YouTube friendly, not
Yeah.
not family friendly. We keep it family friendly to an extent.
Now, there's a chance we may end up on Spotify.
Yeah, we might be
And
posting on there too.
Spotify, we do not have to be as censored. So Spotify, we may record a separate episode and kind of go uncensored and just say whatever the hell comes to our mind.
Yeah,
That might be later on down the road, though. So
yeah, we want to get this channel because we. So what had happened was we just kind of thought of the idea because he already had Wesley already had like a large following on YouTube,
yeah.
so we figured that we could actually put out content instead of just letting all the following go to waste.
So the
So we
idea
had,
came.
yeah,
I
the
was
idea
drunk
had
one night.
came, yeah.
I was drunk one night, and Benjamin goes, "We should start a podcast." And I freaked out. I was like, I have been trying to get somebody to start a podcast with me for forever now. I said, and thank God you said something.
Because I like
So
talking a lot, and people at school, y'all comment below because I know y'all know I talk way too much. So y'all
you
comment
do.
down below.
What was that?
Y'all comment down below. Be like, yes, he talked way too much.
Nah, you do. That was a
Yeah.
weird ass call.
And make sure y'all turn on post notifications for our channel, by the way. We're gonna be putting out videos every
And if it
Sunday.
blows up, if if we get enough views, we might go twice a week. So
Yeah, if we hit. And if we need to set a like goal, let's hit at least 100 likes for this video.
yeah,
All right, guys,
I
this
thought
was
you were
our
gonna say 100,000. I was like, my channel is not that big yet. I've got 5,000 subscribers. My channel ain't
right.
getting 100,000. I'm like, hold up, buddy.
Hey, we're
Let's
almost to
keep it
six
realistic.
though. We're almost to six.
Yeah.
Let's get
No,
to
we're at
six,
about
y'all.
5,200.
Yeah, close
5,200. My
enough.
next goal is 7,500. So I know
Well,
we
help
probably
us.
won't make it with this video alone, but or this podcast alone, but you know,
Yeah. Well, that was
we'll work
our
on it.
very this was our very first podcast, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Wesley. I'm not Wesley. I'm Ben,
You're not Wesley. I'm Wesley.
and I'm Ben.
We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications because we'll definitely be back
Y'all better.
for episode 2.
I know there's people I know watching this. Y'all better do it.
Right.
Y'all been asking
All
me for
right.
the link. Y'all better do it if I'm going to that extent for y'all.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Good night.